guys, it's Ashley here, Stacks in the City, and I want to say a wonderful and resounding hello and welcome, and thank you so much for taking time out of your fabulous lives to listen to me talk about all things money. You all, we are doing a really big investment series. I've gotten so many questions, I've gotten so many DMs, so many comments from everybody about how to get started in the stock market and how to get invested and all that fun stuff. And I've been trying, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've been trying to record a video on this for like an hour, and literally just more stuff just starts regurgitating on itself. Like, I'm getting more and more information I want to talk about. So I think I'm just gonna be breaking down every single thing into smaller videos so that I can get all the information out as possible and that it's very streamlined and you guys understand, and we're gonna get you guys invested. That's really what it's all about. So today's video is gonna be my tips and tricks on how to get started investing in the stock market. So we're gonna do one on that. I'm gonna do a video on like the actual like step-by-step, like get out of bed, get out the door, drive to the bank, like that type of video on exactly what you need to do to invest in the market. Like, there's just a lot. I have a lot coming out of it. So I'm really glad that we are interested in being invested, and we're gonna go ahead and go for it. And without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys some of my quick tips and tricks on investing in the market. Okay, first, you all, really big overall point is that the market and a lot of things in life are not just something that just happens overnight willy-nilly. Or I can't tell you all exactly what to invest in, all that. I can't do that for many reasons. I can tell you like suggestions on stocks to actually invest in and all that fun stuff, and their ticker symbols, which are like their code names that you can use. I can definitely do all of that. But with investing and wealth building in general, you all, it is your journey. And it's something that we have to figure out. We have to put some elbow grease into getting the life that we want. We have to put some effort into getting the life that we want. This isn't, I'm not gonna be able to tell you like, oh, these are the 5 stocks you have to invest in, go, you're good, you're gonna be rich. I can't necessarily do that. I can give you as many tips and tricks and knowledge as I know how and that I've researched to tell you. But with anything, I can't, we gotta put a little bit of our back into it in order to get what we want in our lives. And investing is no different. All right, quick disclaimer, let's get started. My first tip, y'all, is don't be scared. Don't be scared. If there isn't the biggest deterrent of people investing in the market, the biggest thing that people say is, I'm gonna lose all my money. That's what I get all the time. I'm gonna lose all my money. You all, I feel like we hear those stories about people who lose their money, but again, the news tells us stories that are sensationalized and stir controversy and drama. And it really is the silent majority that is still banking off of the market. Even during the 2008 crash, there was an influx of investors who just started buying up this stock stuff. And we'll talk about stuff later, but they were just buying stuff up. So they're rich now. So they took advantage of all the bad stuff that was going on in 2008, and now they're rich. Don't be scared, y'all. The thing is, even if you lose your money, you may lose it in a year, but in 20 years, you're gonna gain. You're gonna gain your money back. You have to believe. So the stock market has been around, the American stock market has been around since the early 19th century, the late 18th, early 19th centuries. Y'all, it's over 200 years of stock marketing, and it ain't going nowhere. If it wasn't working for the vast majority of folk, then it wouldn't exist. So you have to believe that we are part of the majority and that we're gonna get our money, just saying. So just know that, you all, you're gonna get your money back as long as you are very consistent and all the other fun stuff. Don't be scared, we just gonna do it. The second tip I have is that this is something that you're gonna get rich slowly off of. Get rich slowly. This is not something that happens in 2 years. The wealth happens in 20 years. It happens in 30 years because you're literally just chipping away. You're chipping away a little bit of money at a time. Just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Just chipping away that money, and over time it grows. Over time, it just takes a lot of time. That's the thing, you all. This is a marathon, y'all. Some of y'all, it's like Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving is so much food. You can't eat it all at once. You're gonna get full. Really, you gotta eat slowly. I'm just saying, like it's something that you really have to take your time at, and it builds and compounds on itself. You all, you're actually already probably an investor. Did you know that? So a lot of us don't even want to like dabble in the market, but we already are in the market. Many of us have jobs that offer 401, 401ks, they offer 403bs, they offer TSP. Any retirement account is essentially an investment vehicle. That's it. It's a form of investing. So you are already investors. That's what a retirement account is. It's just a big vehicle for investing. And you're putting that money away slowly in the hope that it will be a lot of money. You'll get wealthy and you don't touch it. That's it. So we're already investors, which is really cool. We're just gonna add some supplement to our investing strategy. That's kind of how it is. Another tip, you have to like do the reading and the research. You have to, because I am, of course, a resource for you all, and I want you all to use me as that resource and definitely take the notes and listen and all that fun stuff. But there's so many more avenues of wealth and people who are talking about it that's not on TV, y'all. I do not recommend going on TV to learn about this stuff because I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm confused too. And half of them are just rambling their mouths. So I recommend Invested by Danielle Town. I love her book. It's catered more toward women. And I'll do like a book, my favorite book thing, but definitely recommend her. Phil Town has a book, which is her father, called The Number One Rule. He makes a killing in the stock market. I don't even know how. I have not read that book, but I heard the book is good. It's a New York Times bestseller. Recommend that. And I also recommend that you watch the movie, or it's like a short series, like a 15 minutes, called Explained. The stock market. It's a mini series on Netflix, and it explains how the stock market works really, really well, like our terms, like dummy terms. So I definitely recommend, at the very least, looking at that Explained documentary. It's like 17 minutes, you all. Definitely recommend doing that on your Netflix. Chill on that to get a better understanding of what the market is. You will lose money. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're gonna lose your money. So now that I told you that, now what? You're gonna lose your money. Over the short term, there will be times where you're at a loss. My Roth IRA that I opened when I was 21 had a bad year last year. Last year was not a good year. Everybody was down. We were low. So we don't have no money in the bank. So you're gonna lose some of your money. But the idea is that you're gonna lose the battle before you win the war. World War II, I know y'all, I know I'm digressing. But Hitler thought he was going to win the war. He won a lot of battles. He was bombing London like no one's business. He captured Paris, and he took over France. The resistance was starting, all that fun stuff. He thought he had it in the bag, y'all. He was winning. But long term, he lost. He lost the war, and the Allied forces won. So it's the same thing, y'all. You're going to lose before you win. You're going to lose money. That's the nature of it. You're going to lose money in the short term. It's gonna happen. In the long term, guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to think big. Like I said, years, decades. You have to trust that. All right, y'all, my last tip is Warren Buffett. Like, that's a tip, Warren Buffett. If you guys maybe keen on reading, you don't wanna get the book, maybe you don't have Netflix, maybe you can't bum a Netflix account off of somebody, just YouTube anything that Warren Buffett has to say. Warren Buffett is amazing, and he is truly the most intelligent person when it comes to real estate investing. He didn't become a billionaire until he turned 55. He had been investing in the market since his early 20s, if not sooner. Very, very early in his life. He's always been thinking in terms of getting wealthy. So think about that. He had been investing for decades before he earned his first billion. Warren Buffett's net worth is $88.5 billion. Think about that, you all. He's 88 years old now, so first billion, 55. So he's been investing for a very long time. He knows a lot of information about the market. He tells you what to invest in. He's super easy. He's amazing. And you all, if you don't remember anything else, you should invest in index funds. And we'll talk about that stuff too. But index, just know that word. It's like, that's a buzzword, index funds. That's what you should be investing in if you don't have any knowledge, you don't know anything else, and if you don't know what to start with. That's it. Okay, y'all. It is a lot of research. But it's interesting research because we're consumers. You're literally looking at companies that you would shop at every single day and see how they're doing. Like, we all knew, like, how's Express doing right now? Do we know? I don't know. You see commercials. You know how a company is doing. The company has a personality. They're people. Okay, guys. All right, I hope you guys got something out of this. Definitely leave a comment and let me know what you all think. I am so grateful and appreciative for you all, and I will see you all soon, and I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. Bye, y'all.